Hi everybody, thank you so much for coming back to my channel. Before I continue guys, I want to say thank you so much, and please don't forget to subscribe and share this video. Today is Monday, August 16, 2021. It would have been impossible for me to just let the day go by without speaking about all the craziness that's happening in the world. Don't get distracted. Let me just tell you guys this. Don't get distracted by the daily life. We are living in the last days, guys. It's very clear. I don't know if I shared this with you guys in the past, but I probably have. If you watch one of my oldest video, I probably say a couple times that one of my favorite movies of all times is the movie Children of Men, and it was set in the year, I guess I'm not sure what year exactly, but there is a part in that movie that it shows the news and how every country was basically collapsing. And you have to understand where I'm coming from. But the reason that I say that, sometimes it feels like I'm living in that movie Children of Men, because we see the immigration crisis that's going on right now. And I just read an article about how the immigration, ICE collected, so confiscated so many cards, where they put the cards where you got your first and second dosage. They collected so many of those cards, which are fraudulent, because people are going to desperate measures. If they're demanding you to show the proof that you have your first and second dosage just to do regular human things, like going to a space where you need to be at, like, people are going to find a way. That's what we humans do. We find a way, right? So the ice, ice collected so many of them that were fraud. So a lot of you know fake cars. And this is what I was talking about before, that they're not just gonna let it be to that little piece of paper that they give you when you get your first and second dosage. It's not gonna be just that. Something is coming up that hasn't been revealed yet. Something that is gonna be more efficient to mark the people who have the first and second dosage, and also those who do not. That's coming up, guys. We're so close to that being revealed. We're so close. And this is why, there's a lot of people out there right now going through the list. Oh, let's see, have the antichrist have been revealed? No, it hasn't been revealed. Okay, so it's not the end of the world. Okay, so we can continue on doing whatever we want and not pay attention because that hasn't happened yet. I mean, some people are probably still saying, wait, he hasn't been revealed. That means he's not even alive. So we still have to see him be born and being grown and like get as an adult and whatever. Just because you don't see it, it hasn't been come out in a magazine cover saying, hey, newsflash, this is the antichrist, doesn't mean that it's not happening already. The spirit of the antichrist is already in the world. That's in the Bible, okay? And I said before, it has something to do with homosexuality. That's just what I've been thinking about. And the more and more that you read through your Bible about things like that, the Bible says, the spirit of the antichrist is already in the world. So anyways, I was not going to talk about the antichrist, but all I'm saying is that do not get distracted. Stop trying to see if every sign is pointing out to the coming of Christ, the second coming of Christ, because that's just you trying to say, wait a second, that's just you like trying to be like God. The Bible says not even the angels know when that time will be. So God gave us, because the disciple asked, and then you're gonna see rumors or wars, and you're gonna see this and happen, and then this and the other. Like, that's for us to know the season. You know what I mean? This is, everything is unfolding right before our eyes. Do not get distracted. I know everybody's getting ready for a million things, trying to get back into some type of normalcy, because we've been doing this whole, we've been quarantined for so long. Even though it surely feels like everything's gonna roll back down and be like, wait a second, I feel so strongly that everybody's out there probably back to school shopping right now, but I feel like everything's gonna roll back down, and we're gonna go back in the sense of the restrictions. I do feel and believe that we're gonna go back to March of 2020. And it's just crazy, guys. I mean, I gone so much so I'm in. Let me just tell you, everything that's happening, it's almost like everything's just coming all together into one big event. And I'm not saying it's going to happen, just one thing is being planned out. What I'm saying is, um the situation in Afghanistan right now, guys, it is crazy. And even the president of the US, he came out and he said that he stand by his decision. He did recognize that the unfolding of the collapse of the Afghan government happened way too fast. He pulled the troops out, and then it's crazy there. The images that are coming out from Afghanistan, it is scary, guys. It is scary. Oh, I mean, I don't even know how to describe it. But our president is saying he stands squarely behind his decision that after 20 years he thought it was time that to withdraw the forces, right? He stand by his decision, but look what's happening. Look what's happening. And I don't, it's crazy to me. It's crazy, all of this stuff. How is it that countries are being lost like that? Like, look at Haiti. Look at what happened to Haiti. Look at this earthquake now. The earthquake, the numbers are rising up. I did an update 2 days ago. The numbers went to like over 700. Now it's over 1,000. And, I still cannot believe that they lost their president the way they did. And now we see another country going through all of this stuff. And we are, we're nearly very close to the September 11 anniversary. And they're saying it's on high alert. The whole complex right now, the museum, everything over there in New York is in high alert. And it's so crazy to me. But I'm talking about the colliding together. I mean that we were in Afghanistan when 9/11 happened, right? In 2003, they went over there. In this year, they pulled them out, and now they have a fallen government over there. And the reason that I'm saying that is it's just so interesting to me how now over there is like crazy, and we're so close to the anniversary of the September 11 attacks. So we gotta pray, guys. I mean, I don't even know how to explain to you guys. We need to watch and pray. And this is something that I said in one of my previous videos. A lot of people say, you have to live your life, don't look at the news, this and the other. What do you think I meant by watching? Like, okay, you can understand pray. Yeah, you have to pray. But God said watch and pray. Okay? You can't be so ignorant. Look at what's happening in this world right now. How many of our brothers and sisters are being affected right now? How is it that, like, governments of countries are being killed in their own bedroom? Like, governments are exiting their own country because they can't contain the, whatever is being built over there that is taking them out of force. Everything that's happening, this whole thing about, you have to make everything mandatory right here in Danbury, where I'm from. Starting today, the covering in the face is already mandatory again. And it's like, people still don't want you to, like, nobody wants you, like, for you to speak about it, right? And so clearly, let me just tell you something, because people, and obviously when I speak about people, I cannot hold a non-believer accountable for, let's say, following the world, because that's what they do, that's what they're known to do, that's what people do when they're living darkness, right? They follow what they're being told. they follow what the world system is. But when you see a Christian who is like, you have to get your first and second dosage, don't listen to any of that. And like, all the reports that are coming out is that the people, like, tell me what good is it gonna do to anybody at this point of where we are right now with this whole pandemic? What good is it gonna do to anybody to go ahead and get their first and second dosage right now, when all the numbers are coming out of people who have it, who either caught the pandemic, and as you know, I have to speak in code words, who even caught the pandemic now after getting the protection, I guess you can say, which is the first and second dosage. That's what they presented it to us as, the protection from it. And now they went and were obedient to the world system. Now they actually got the whole pandemic. And a lot of people who already were obedient to the world system and got their first and second dosage early in the year, now they're probably no longer alive. They're, they passed away. And yeah, there's still people out there in churches exhorting people to go ahead and get it. Like, wow, like, the truth is right in our face, and we still want to follow the world because that's what we've been told to do. Like, I don't understand how that's even by like an intelligent decision at this point. It is so not an intelligent decision, because if you're telling me, like, why in the world are we even like going backwards instead of going forward? We've been doing everything they told us to do, right? March 12th last year, shut down the entire world, like shut down the country, wear the thing in your face, and we all did, right? We did that. You couldn't go anywhere. Hand sanitizers all over the place, and people were not. I mean, nobody came to my house. Like, nobody was visiting anybody. Everybody was so afraid. I remember like driving by my sister's and just outside by the door, dropping her something, some food that I got for her, and it'd be like, okay, we'll see you later, and just leaving. Like, we were just doing that. Everybody was so protected. I was not allowed to see my mom at the nursing home. Everybody was just so cautious, right? And then the fall season came on, and then the numbers went a little bit up, but nothing crazy. But everybody knew that this first and second dosage was being worked on, right? And then it came in December, and people started getting it, right? And you thought by January, because you see so many people like that nurse that fainted on live television after getting the dosage, nobody heard back about her, right? Oh, nobody heard back about her. That's nothing. It's just side effects. It's nothing crazy. We haven't heard back about her at all. And then a lot of people, especially celebrities, started dying after getting the first and second dosage. And then the numbers went back up, because obviously there's a lot of people who still don't want to get it, right? There's a lot of people out there who don't want to go for it because perhaps, it hasn't been approved, number one. The other thing is, I've seen so many people actually cutting it after they having it. So what's the point of it? You know what I mean? Like, it's like, they say to you, you have to get car insurance, right? And this is a very weird analogy. So you put your car insurance, you get a car, you do the insurance, because that's what you do it, because they want to say, if you get into an accident, you are protected, right? But then something happened to you, and then you have the insurance, but they'll say to you, oh, we're not really going to pay for it. Wouldn't you think, wait a second, what's the whole point of having this? It's the same thing with the first and second dosage. I cannot picture somebody who rushed to get their first and second dosage and now is infected with this whole pandemic. I cannot even imagine what they're thinking in their head. They try to obey and follow the system and do everything that they're being told to do. And that crazy thing is that they're also required, regardless of your status of your first and second dosage, you are required to wear the covering. Then what is the point of this whole thing then? What is its purpose? Now they want us to believe, well, the purpose is that, if you get the pandemic on you, the symptoms will be a lot less. The symptom will be a lot less of something that has a survival percent of, let's say, 78%. Like, it doesn't make sense, yet people are still rushing right now to go ahead and get it. I don't even know what to say anymore, guys. This is crazy. Just, you know, don't get discouraged by any means. I'm not saying don't get discouraged. If anything, we as Christians, like, I was at an event this weekend, and I was able, man, I should have told you that before I make this video too long. The amount of people, because you know, when you come to my table, you know by instant that I'm a Christian, I'm a Christ believer. I'm gonna show you a picture. I'm actually gonna put it here at the end of my commentary here, so you guys can see. The newspaper took a picture of me with my table, and I was so happy. I was so happy because the photo, I had just changed the mannequin, and I had put the t-shirt on the mannequin that says "Glory to Jesus," and I was like, yes, you know. And like maybe 10 minutes after I changed the mannequin, here comes the newspaper. Hey, can we take your photo for the? Sure, take your photo. And then I didn't even realize until I saw the photo and I saw the posting that they actually took the photo and it says "Glory to Jesus." And I'm like, yes, that's what I want to be known for. That, like, I want people to know that I'm a Christ believer. I'm not ashamed of the gospel. Put it everywhere you can. And the reason why I brought this up is that I was at an event the whole weekend, Saturday and Sunday, and it was so great to connect with people. It's the best because they see you, they're like, there you go, sister, keep doing this, and they say things like that to me. And then I actually met a young guy who just told me just last year, like, he was so excited to talk to me, and you know, I was excited to meet him too, because you can see the joy that he had. He's like, I'm a new believer, you know, I just gave my life to Christ about a year ago. And it was just so nice to see such a young person be so excited for the Lord. It was just so amazing. And you know, and then I met this young girl. You know, she's in a wheelchair, but she was so excited, and she was telling me how she wants to be a fashion designer one day. I'm gonna share that photo with you guys too. I just thought about it just now. So stay tuned for the photos, and all I'm gonna say, you know, when I come here and talk to you guys about the news and everything that's happening, it's not by any means for you guys to get discouraged. If anything, like I said, it's for us to go out there and be the light, share the gospel, tell people about Christ, because the second coming of Christ is so soon, guys. We are living Bible prophecy every day. We're living by, did you not understand? Like, that's like being alive when Jesus came walking down and he went, and John the Baptist says, hey, can you go ask if we have to wait for somebody else, because I'm in jail right now. Like, that's what that is, to be living in those moments. We're living Bible prophecies right now, and as hard as the world gets, as hard as it seems, and like crazy, like I said in the beginning, we need to rejoice, because Christ is coming back soon. So I'm going to show you the photos, what I'm talking about, and I just want to say thank you guys so much for coming back to my channel, and I hope to see you in the next video. God bless. Thank you so much for watching my channel. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. I hope to see you in the next video.